How we doing? It's Fergus from Fergus here, back again for part 2 of your 3-part series, hopefully taking away all your fears and problems and any questions that you might have before attending your transformation programme. So today we're going to talk about nutrition. Nutrition is one of the most important parts of your body transformation. Why? Because if you're working hard here and you're eating rubbish when you go home, it ain't going to happen. You know that and I know that. So today, first thing we're going to talk about is the what, the when and the why. So what should you be eating? There's 3 main groups that you've probably heard of before. It's protein, carbs and fats. Okay, so this is the 3 kind of main macronutrients they're called, that come from your foods. So when you're eating steak, when you're eating your rice, when you're eating your nuts, etc., you need to see what you're getting from it. So every time you eat a meal now, we're going to be looking at it as how much protein, how much carbs and how much fat is that going to give me my awesome body. So what is protein? Protein is the essential kind of building blocks for your muscles. So after you do a workout, your body craves protein. It needs it to repair and to build. Now when I'm saying build, I don't mean you're going to take some steaks, you're going to take some fish and you're going to wake up in massive muscles. Your body just simply needs it to repair so you don't wake up really sore and we start to replace the fat with the muscle. Okay. Another quick one, we can't ever turn fat into muscle. That's another common one for another day, but you can't ever turn fat into muscle. It's like trying to turn sand into water. Alright? We're simply trying to build more muscle, so more lean muscle, so we can have less fat. The more muscle, the more fat the body burns, okay? That's another day. So protein, we're talking beef, so we're talking steak. We're not talking big expensive steaks. You can have rump steaks, sirloin. If you've got the cash, hit the fillets, okay? Obviously the more expensive, the leaner it is. Mince, turkey mince. Turkey mince is really low in fat, and if you're buying beef mince, try and aim for 4% or lower, okay? Because you can usually buy mince, it says 10% fat or 5. 5, 4, whatever you want to do. Next, we'll get chicken. Everyone knows how to have chicken. Make sure you're having your chicken on this diet plan. You spice things up, don't have it plain. I have simple things like chilli powder, Cajun powder, tomato puree mixed with some Worcester sauce. It's quite a nice wee combo as well. But in your 20-way fat burning Bible, you'll have this all covered. We don't have dry food, that's not what we're all about. And finally, another good source of protein is fish. So fish, sea bass, salmon. Salmon's also great to go with your eggs in the morning. I personally stick to sea bass or haddock. Try and avoid battered fish. Battered fish is just fat, alright? We want to get the leanest, cleanest bit of fish we can possibly have, alright? Next, we're up to the carbs. Everyone's heard of carbs, big nasty carbs. What are they doing? We actually need carbs to lose weight, alright? If you want to burn fat, we need to incorporate some sort of carbs. If you're trying to cut out carbs, it is extremely difficult, alright? For the first 2 or 3 weeks, your body will be shaking, it'll be craving all the sugars or the carbs that you've just totally stopped out. What we aim to do here is give you carbs with a low sugar amount. Okay, so you're still getting nice carbs, but just without all the crap in. So the best sources are sweet potato, brown rice or pasta, and veg. Okay, so veg is a carb. You're also going to get carbs from fruit, which we'll talk about a wee bit later on today. Veg, the greener the better, so broccoli, green beans, runner beans, any kind of thing that's green, okay? I usually stick to broccoli and spinach, easy to make. I'm not the greatest cook, so broccoli or spinach for me. Any veg is good, mix it up, carrots, sweet corn, anything you like. As long as it's veg, it's all good. And finally, fats, okay, so the thing with fats help the body function better, so your liver, kidneys, heart, lungs, everything, okay? So if your body actually needs the fat to function. If your body's functioning at 100% because you're giving it all the good fats, all the good foods, you will burn fat so much quicker. A poor liver, poor kidney will not let you burn fat, alright? You'll struggle big time. So, sources of fat, fish, omega 3, 6 and 9, okay? Nuts, almonds, walnuts. These fats here are called monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Now these might seem like massive words and a bit of gobbledygook, but if you look in the back of any nuts packet, you will see these things. These are the things you want to look out for, okay? 3 types of fats. We have saturated, polyunsaturated and monounsaturated. These last 2 are what we're after, mono and poly. Saturated is what we've all heard of. It sucks, it's not good for the body, okay? And finally, veg. The best source of kind of fat that we're going to get from this diet is avocado. Avocado, on its own to me doesn't really taste that great. Mix it with your eggs, mix it with your salads, and it tastes actually quite nice. On its own, not for me. Okay, so that's covered what we're eating. Protein, carbs and fats. When should we be eating these? Okay, so we should be having them for breakfast. Breakfast time we're looking for high protein, so we're looking for things like eggs. The only time we can have carbs in the morning is porridge. Another good source is salmon. Okay, the kind of three main things I tend to stick to that do work fantastic. Okay, so 2 or 3 eggs, boiled, scrambled, do whatever you want with them, as long as you have them in the morning. I always have the rule of thumb that 2 yolks to every 3 eggs, just to keep the fat content low. Okay, lunchtime, we're looking for things like salads with chicken, meat or fish. Keep the protein high, keep the veg intake. Or another great thing most of my clients do in here is they have their dinner the night before. They have, so say you had a chicken stir fry, they'll make a bigger portion, half it, take it to work, microwave it, and that's you sorted for lunch. Dinner time we're looking for, so if your plate, big plate, we're looking for half to be a protein source, so chicken, meat or fish again. About just under a half, who knows what it is, a third, of veg, okay, just over a third of veg. And then in the corner we're just looking for a sweet potato, or brown rice or pasta. Now the portion size for brown rice or pasta, we all know if you stick pasta in the boil, it expands, it's on your plate, your eyes immediately tell you, right, we're just going to have to eat this because it's on the plate. So, half a cup of pasta and a third a cup of rice. It's an easy way to measure it, okay? Or 50 grams of each, okay? So, either brown rice or pasta, protein, big plate, and big portion of veg, okay? We want to keep the veg and the protein sources high, as it's the best way to burn fat, it's what the body requires, alright? Next, why are we eating this? Okay, so why are we doing this diet plan? What is it going to help you to achieve? So, it's going to obviously make you healthier. Everyone wants to be healthy, everyone wants to be living longer, okay? Eating all the crap food you're eating just now is going to lead to diabetes, joint problems, internal problems, digestive problems. Nobody wants to be getting older and having to take more pills to counteract the crap they've been eating, okay? Don't underestimate the power of having good, clean food. It can totally change your life, and I have many success stories in here from doing so. Fat loss, obviously that's why most of you are going to be on this body transformation program, is to chuck the pounds. If you're eating crap, as I said at the start, you'll not be able to lose the weight. Fat loss is what we're after to do here, okay? So, energy. Like myself, before I started eating really good, you'd wake up every morning feeling crap, thinking, oh, I've got another day to go, I just can't do this. After 1 to 2 weeks of this diet plan, I guarantee you, if you're sticking to it, you'll wake up with more energy. You won't be dipping when you're going into work. You won't be feeling when it hits 2 or 3 o'clock, oh, I need to have another 2 or 3 coffees because I'm absolutely knackered, okay? Eating clean, or eating this wholesome food, you'll have so much more energy to do any activities, and you'll actually wake up feeling awesome, alright? Stop the cravings, okay? So, the most typical diet I hear from office workers is they wake up, they usually miss breakfast, they get to work, they have a cup of coffee, maybe a wee biscuit. Lunchtime comes, they usually just have whatever's near the deli or some soup. Soup and a sandwich is most common. And then at dinner time, they usually have something home meal, a big home cook, so spaghetti bolognese, pizzas, whatever's quick because they can't be bothered cooking and have not planned out their week. So, having this food will stop the cravings. We're looking for you to have between 5 and 6 times eating per day, okay? So 3 main meals and 2 to 3 snacks, which we'll talk about in 2 seconds. Alright? So, how many meals, how many snacks per day? I've literally just mentioned it there. We're looking for 3 main meals, 2 to 3 snacks, and the water content should be between 2 to 3 litres, okay, of water per day. What kind of snacks are we looking for you to snack on? We're looking for Greek yogurt, rice cakes, nuts, so nuts can be almonds, walnuts, hazelnuts. This is one of the best ways to get the sources of fat. Fruit and a protein shake. So don't worry too much about supplements just now. After the first 2 weeks we will speak to you a bit more about the supplements, but right away we want you to get your diet better before we start giving you tablets and shakes and all that kind of stuff, alright? So don't get too bogged down with it all just now. Focus on your diet, and that's all I need you to worry about. Okay, next up. That was a postman there. So next up we have avoid. What should we be avoiding? We should be avoiding white pasta, white rice, bread, okay? More than 2 pieces of fruit today. What do all these things have in common? High sugar content. So when sugar comes into the body, the body can either use it as energy, depending on how much it gets in, or it stores it as fat. 9 times out of 10, people take so much sugar in, it has to store it as fat. Where does it go? Goes on your love handles, goes on your muffin tops. So if you're looking in a mirror just now, and you're seeing massive love handles, massive muffin tops, then most likely you like sugar. You like your crisps, sweets, cakes, plenty of sugar in your tea. With a lot of bread. Bread's mostly the main killer in here. Loads of people have bread, they have toast for breakfast, toast before they go to bed. When they're in work, it's sandwiches, alright? So we're going to look to cut out bread, replace the white pasta and the white rice with brown, and 2 pieces of fruit a day, okay? Per day. What we don't want to do is the 5 a day that the government say is acceptable. 5 a day bits of fruit is far too much. Fruit contains the simplest form of sugar. Some fruits can have between 10 and 15 grams sugar. We don't need that. Okay, you don't need that. We're trying to shift the weight in here, try to transform your body, so we need to keep the sugar low. Alright? All these other sources of carbs that we're replacing the sugar with will give you that energy, and obviously will be better for the fat loss. So, that is part 2, nice and short and sweet for my nutrition. Hopefully this has kind of eliminated any problems you're kind of worried about before you start here with the nutrition. And I have been Fergus. I cannot wait to see you. You've got one more video to go. Part 3 is going to be all about what things you can do to maximise the fat loss when you're not in the gym. Okay? Peace.